Drew Bledsoe got reintroduced to America last night, the Tom Brady roast, and here is one of his better lines.
Buddy, you have more rings than I do, but I've experienced a couple things that you will never experience. The feeling of being the number one overall draft pick in the NFL. And a 28th wedding anniversary. It was yesterday.
Ouch. That was such a good payoff. You paused appropriately. You did great there. How nervous were you?
The funny thing, Dan, a lot of people ask me that going into the thing, because there's going to be a lot of people watching. And I'm like, you know what? I speak in public all the time. I never prepare anything ever. So I was more prepared for that one than I'd been for speaking in public for quite a while. But it was still, they made me go first, man. They made me. I was the sacrificial lamb. I had to go up there and try to make everybody else feel comfortable.
All right, tell me about rehearsal. How much rehearsal? Yeah, and is Brady involved in rehearsal?
No, he was not there, man. I think there were a lot of us. I showed up very, very late for rehearsal. I had a wine deal up in Walla Walla, so I got there at the very end. So nobody got to hear anybody else's material before the whole thing started. So we just got up and kind of read through the script that we put together, and that was kind of it. But it was, it was fun though, man. It was funny as hell.
What was it like though, with somebody writing jokes for you? And Brady's, he's going to still take it like you're saying this about him, even though somebody's helping you write these jokes.
Well, the truth is, it was mostly my material. We worked with the. So I'll own it. I'm not passing this off on anybody else. Now, we went back and forth with the writers, but the funny thing is, a lot of the stuff that they sent me, we ended up throwing out and giving to other people, and we did mostly our own material.
Wow, I like that. But the anniversary line was awesome, and you waited after the applause before you dropped the hammer.
Yeah, the truth is, we're talking about Tom Brady, right? There's, you can't really make fun of his career. You can't. So you have to dig deep. You have to dig deep. So, can't make fun of him for not winning like 9 Super Bowls. So we got to jump into the personal stuff. But it was pretty fun.
What was it like after the roast, though, when everybody said what they've said about Brady, and then do you get together?
Yeah, we had a little party afterward at the Forum, and then the reason my voice sounds like it does right now is that after that we ended up at the Comedy Store, and we were in a little private back room, and Dave Chappelle got on stage, so we didn't get home until about 3:30 in the morning. So I'm on pretty short time, man. That's why I sound a little rough this morning. Okay,
does Brady go up to people and? I mean, how can you not take some of that personally?
Yeah, if you sign up for a roast, it's just like you know that the gloves are coming off. I was a bit worried for him, and it got a little rough. But it's kind of what you sign up for when you're going to do that. The funny thing though is I was talking with one of his people, and she goes, his perspective is that this is nothing that hasn't been said already. Like, he's heard all of this stuff, so he might as well just get it out there in public and make it funny, because if you can laugh at it, then it doesn't hurt as bad.
Give me the joke that made you cringe.
Oh, geez, man, there were so many. Let's see, I'm trying to think. Hold on. Give me a second.
Edelman was on fire last night.
Oh, dude, Edelman was on fire. Gronk was just, and we all appreciate Gronk because he gets to just be Gronk. And the funny thing is, we're sitting up there on the stage, and we can see the teleprompter, and Gronk was so far off script that we did not know if he was coming back. Like, he was out wandering in the wilderness. And
how real is what we see, or how he's treated or talked about? Like, Gronk, he played football.
Oh, he's dumb like a fox. I mean, you know that. We can, you can all see through it. I mean, the dude's really smart, works his ass off, but he also understands that that's kind of his shtick, right? Um, so one thing I was worried about, and I will be honest about this, um, until like just before the show, I thought that Thomas folks were going to be there. Like his mom was supposed to be sitting right in front of the stage, and I was like, man, I mean, it's all fun and games until you're looking at your buddy's mom sitting right in front of you as you're saying just this awful, awful stuff about him. But Nikki Glazer, dude, she's a trained killer. I told her I think she's like a Bond villain. She's really, really pretty and also just an assassin. So some of that stuff was pretty funny.
How was it with Belichick? Your interactions with him?
I mean, Bill is Bill, and he's always Bill. And when you get him, when you get him out of the office, he can actually be pretty funny and pretty engaging. But man, he still really, really likes to talk about football. And even though he doesn't have a job, like we had to do this cold open deal where me and him and Tommy had to go film this little bit before we did the show, and we ended up standing back there and we're just kind of having a conversation. And next thing you know, we're breaking down defenses and talking about college football programs. I'm like, all right, dude, come on. You don't even have a football job right now. And this is still all we're going to talk about. But no, I thought it was cool. I didn't know he was sort of like a last minute ad, but it was great that he was there. It was fun.
Now, are you playing golf today?
I am playing golf. We got the Netflix is a joke golf tourney with, either Will Ferrell or Ron Burgundy. I'm not sure which one's going to show up. And Bill Burr and a whole bunch of the comedians are going to be there. So as soon as I recover here just a little bit, I'm gonna go tee it up and hopefully laugh with a bunch of the famous comedians again today.
Anything we didn't see on TV that we should know about from last night?
Oh man, that I can tell you about? Oh shit. So I will tell you this. So my brother was down here with me. Love my brother. He's funny as hell. He actually threw a couple jokes in. And for us, after the show, I'm kind of tired, kind of ready to go. And he goes, look, sounds like all the writers and the comedians are going to the Comedy Store. We should go just in case something happens, right? And so, last night we ended up sitting downstairs and listening to Dave Chappelle do Dave Chappelle stuff. He just sat there on stage, just riffing with the audience. He didn't have a script. He didn't have anything. So that was freaking captivating. I will tell you, and she's gonna be really, really mad at me, but she's not listening to you right now, so I'll tell you the truth. My wife wrote one of the jokes.
Which one?
I'm not telling. Then I would never get laid again if I told you which joke. I told you which joke. But
okay.
She threw one of the jokes in last night, which was pretty funny to be able to tell people that my little sweetheart of a wife, my cute little Catholic girl that I married, actually slayed last night.
I like that. Well, have fun today. I think you need like a Bloody Mary or a transfusion. You need something.
And it's definitely going to take something, Dan. Dude, I'm rough, man. I'm rough right now, and I know I sound like it. But I wasn't going to not watch Dave Chappelle at 3 a.m. at the Comedy Store last night. So,
well done, man. Thanks for joining us as always.
All right, thank you, Dan.
Thank you, buddy.
Buddy.
That's Drew Bledsoe, former #1 overall pick, one of these celebrity roasters there, and it was nice because he's probably one of the guys that got reintroduced to some people because he's not an analyst. He's a winemaker and I think still living in Washington, but be able to go out there and rough up Tom a little bit and did a good job. Not sure what joke his wife gave him, but I understand his logic there.